So I felt like this video is more prevalent now for me more than ever. But the biggest thing I'm having, I've started a lot of videos with the biggest thing, quite funny, off topic, whoopsies, sorry. But it has really come to my attention that I don't really know who I am. And I felt like I made a similar video to this, but this one to me feels different. And you may be asking how different. Well, there's been kind of a shift in me more recently where I don't know how to describe it or whatever, but actually I think I know how to describe it. You know Jinx from Arcane, how she went from being Powder, you know, the innocent kid, the kid that wanted to help, and eventually, you know, Jinx was formed because of the situations, because of the trauma, because of everything that occurred to her. And I'm not saying I'm comparing myself or I am Jinx in this instance, but the circumstances that she went through is kind of similar to what happened to me. So on the record, I'm not like I kind of went through a different name. I don't want to be called what I've always been called, because at this point, if I look in the mirror and I see my name being said, my birth name, I can't bring myself to see him anymore. Like, nowhere in my heart, my body, my head, blah blah blah, whatever else, I don't see him anymore. I don't see that person anymore, because I went with entirely different name, and for some reason I struggled on what name I wanted to choose. And for some reason, because this is the one I'll say, this isn't gonna get me really anywhere, in trouble or blah blah blah. But what I went with was Magnus, which is I kind of, after I thought about it, and I started to really like it. I thought about it and I was like, isn't it funny that I main Magneto in Marvel Rivals and I happened to choose Magnus? I thought that was pretty funny to me. But to get away from the lighthearted stuff on what I thought was funny with the name, the main point of the video is I don't really know who I am, and I think I'm in that transition period where I don't want to deal with my old self. I can't deal with my old self, and I think, and this isn't I think, because I am totally unsure. I'm looking at therapy right now, and I'm kind of on. I shouldn't be on the fence about it. I should definitely say yes, but I just don't know right now in my head. But there's been a few problems that I've started to write down, put somewhere, and a few of these kind of started after I went with my new name and everything, which has really deeply affected me. Is besides the fact that I'm gonna definitely say I'm going crazy, that's definitely not what I'm gonna say, but the biggest thing I've noticed is my brain has been all the bolts, all the screws, everything has been loosened. Nothing's tight, and it's not going to take much for me to go unhinged anymore. Because what I mean by this is, how do I describe it? It could be something really small, and insignificant to other people, but for some reason I get so angry about it. So I go from 0 to maybe 100, maybe 110, depending how I am. It's not inherently anger, it's more rage in my head. Because the more I've looked at it, the more I'm like, yeah, that's not anger. I know when I get angry. This has been full-fledged rage I've been experiencing. There's been points where there's some times where I'm talking and I'm super ticked off, and I can't think inherently clearly, and I just start fights. Not like physical fights, but more arguments. And I don't know. I think I know why, because it definitely plays a part in this anger. But that's one thing that's making it really hard for me not to see myself, because I don't recognize when I'm pissed off, when I'm at that point where I'm overflowing with anger. I just don't really see myself there. And another thing that absolutely I don't understand why my brain does this is I'm trying to think of how to describe this. Okay, so to move back a little bit, you know how I said one little thing can piss me off? So it can be, I was kind of thinking about how I wanted to word this right here, and I've kind of noticed that a lot of things that are kind of a bit of an issue with me are really small things that happens to be very catastrophic to me. Because one thing I think is quite intriguing to say out loud is because I do concrete, alright, let's say it like this, and I work with my dad and my brother and, some other people, but there's 2 other younger guys, kind of around my age, and for some reason, I don't understand this. Like, I know the reason why, but I just don't understand why my brain doesn't see it. We're doing sidewalks, and it was one of the newer guys, and my dad were, trying to get it to 1.5, level, flowing towards the street and everything. And for some reason, my brain just saw that, and it got so pissed off. I didn't want to deal with him. I hated everything about him. Hated everything about my dad, which is wild to say out loud because I love him, but for some reason I don't understand why my brain just goes from you're the best person ever, I love everything about you, to you do something small like, I don't know, not texting me, doing something like that, perceived like abandonment, whatever else. My brain just instantly goes like, I hate you, get out of my life, I never want to see you, please leave. Actually, I'm not going to say please when I'm in that state. I'll be really cold. But I think it's just intriguing when I do stuff like that, because it's like my brain, it's a switch in my brain that flips. And the other issue is, this is also one that really affects me, and I'm not sure what it really is, because I heard, I don't know yet. This also plays into that self-diagnosis video I recorded like about a month ago. I think to some degree I do have schizophrenia. Now, I don't know if it's severe, I don't know if it's bad, but there are some days where I see black figures, I see a lot of things, I see a lot of things that aren't real. And one of the ones that have kind of gotten worse over the last month or 2 is the voices in my head have started to get louder, like to the point where it's really hard to focus, where there's certain people's voices in my head I hear, like friends and family, and I guess just friends and family, let's be honest there. Maybe, no, I don't think coworkers would fit into that. Doesn't make any sense in my head. But with those people, they have started to become voices in my head that makes it really hard to focus when they say like stuff like things that are shit. I should have really backed up at this point. I should have just cut it off and stopped with the voices. Whatever, I'm here. But the issue is, these voices are very negative. These voices aren't helping. I can't focus when they're down, like helping me get down in the dumps, seeing all the little things that I don't know if it's true or not. It's just I don't inherently know, because it could be little stuff being like, you're worthless, you're not loved, I never cared for you, stuff like that, to very deep and personal reasons, like there's a reason why I couldn't deal with you, or you're too much for me, we can't be friends, blah blah blah. Which, now looking at it, really sounds like I'm speaking from real experience, but it's stuff like that that makes it really hard to believe who I am when I inevitably look in the mirror in the morning and brush my teeth. Which, to wrap this up before this eventually gets too long and I'm kind of getting to the end of this record for this Powerwash Simulator 2 video, is I kind of started covering up the mirrors in my window. Wow, mirrors in my window. Wow, that is nice on me. I meant to say the mirrors with, something so I don't have to look at myself. Which is kind of a little hard when you're sharing a bathroom with your dad. Well, I mean, there's not much you can do there. I just close off my side. But it's what I do, and it doesn't really help. It doesn't really help anymore. So I guess I'm gonna end it here before it gets a little too rambly and I become very incoherent and whatever else. So thank you very much to listen to me. Wow, I became very incoherent. If anything made sense to you, I would like to know down below, and I want to know what your thoughts are about this, if anything made sense. I'm gonna end it here, so thank you very much for listening to me ramble, and I hope to catch you again sometime soon. Take care.